Hi everyone, I'm Marbozir and welcome back to Let's Play Beyond Earth Rising Tide preview. So, let's continue where we left off. I showed you the political trades and agreements in the previous episode, but I didn't show you domestic and military ones. Let's talk about that first. So, from top to bottom, we got city food yield increased by 8, 12 or 15%, and the agreement associated with that increases the cost of colonist units, but cities are founded immediately. That's an interesting one. Production costs increased by 250% at the first year, and 150 at maximum when allied. Interesting. Okay. Next up, we got +3, +5 or +8 global health, and the agreement gives us more health from strategic resources, up to +3 from strategic resources. Then we got city production yield increased by 8, 12 or 15%, and the agreement gives us additional movement speed on roads and mag rails, up to 60% increase. Alright, next up, city culture yield increase by 8, 12 and 15%, and the agreement gives us culture cost for new plots in your capital reduced, up to 25% cheaper. Next up, we got city science yield increased by 8, 12 or 15, and the agreement more science from strategic resources, up to +3 from strategic resources. Next up, commercial, so city energy yield increased by 8, 12, 15%, and more energy per each owned plot in your territory, up to +1 from each owned plot. Interesting. Next up, combat strength for units fighting inside friendly territory, up to 15% bonus. And the agreement, hostile units take more attrition damage per turn inside your territory. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, I quite like that one. So next up, we got yield from internal city trade route increased by 20, 30, 45%, and the agreement, international trade routes that yield strategic resources yield more, up to 3 more. Alright then, next up, intrigue rises 10% more slowly in all cities, or 20%, 30%, and longer sight range for covert agents in foreign cities. And finally, increase duration for orbital units up to 30%, and agreement, each orbital unit launched reduces production cost for future orbital units, okay? By 1%, 2% or 3%. So I guess that's useful if you plan to get a lot of orbital units. Okay then, so next up we got military trades, and there are just as many. So, let's get started. First up, we got +1, +1.5 or +2.5 city defense per unit of population. Okay, so that's pretty good. If you have 20 pop city, that's +50 city defense. That's actually pretty big. And the agreement, units may pillage and attack in the same turn. Oh, nice. I quite like this one. Well, it will be really good for defense. But the pillaging and attacking on the same turn is nice. Okay, next up. City plots are 20% cheaper to purchase with energy, up to 40% cheaper. And the agreement, unhealth from conquered cities reduced by up to 50%. That's pretty nice too. Yeah, I guess a lot of the military trades will be pretty good for domination, but you can only pick one. So you need to think really hard about which one you want. Next up, +15% up to +25% production for military units. And the agreement, increased production when building military units, up to 20% when allied. Next up, gain culture when killing a unit in combat, up to 12 culture gained. Not bad. And agreement, gain even more culture when killing a unit in combat, up to +5. So potentially you can get 17 culture when you kill a unit in combat, if you have the tier 3 perk. and you're allied with the agreement active. Okay. Next up, gain science when killing a unit in combat. Up to 12, and I'm guessing, yeah. Oh no, this is different. Science cost for technologies that unlock units reduced by up to 20%. Alright. Next, energy maintenance for military units reduced by up to 30%, and agreement, energy per turn based on your energy reserves, up to 5%. Right, so if you have a lot of energy saved, you will get even more energy. Next up, plus 5% up to plus 15% combat strength for units fighting outside of friendly territory. And agreement, cities and outposts recover more damage each turn. Next, yields from station trade routes are increased by up to 60%. And agreement, more combat defense for trade units. Can trade units actually defend themselves now? Well, up to plus 16. Next up, covert agents require 1 fewer successful operations to rank up. Okay. And the agreement, less intrigue in your capital, up to 25% less. I'm not convinced this is worth taking a perk slot, but maybe. And finally, plus 5% combat strength for military units inside friendly orbital coverage, up to plus 15. And agreement, city anti-orbital strike range increased by up to 4. Alright then. I'm not convinced this is also worth taking a perk slot. If I were to choose a military perk now, I would probably go for either culture or science or something like that. But that requires you to be aggressive. But up to 17 culture for killing 1 unit, that's really damn good. That could lead to some interesting early game strategies. I really like a lot of these perks. They definitely give you more flexibility, and they open some interesting strategies. We still have to decide what we want to pick. I'm not quite sure about that. We don't have to do it right now. We can save our diplomatic capital. We don't have to spend it immediately. And it might actually be better to wait to make contact with someone, because we can't even get any agreements yet. Because we didn't make contact with any other leaders, so yeah. Alright, let's continue then. These were all the perks. Plus 1. Yeah, I think we should move this city soon, because it's at 5 population now. So we could move it towards the titanium. But we would have to move several times. Maybe. Well, we could grab the xenomass, that's for sure. Although, I'm not sure if I want to move into this tile with algae. I assume that will reduce yields, because the city will be there. It might be better to move like this, and then like this. What are we doing right now? Oh yeah, we are recruiting an explorer. I'll probably move the city once the explorer is done. That seems reasonable. How much energy do we have? 160 energy. Okay then. Right, these guys need to heal up. That's for sure. As for the worker, we can't improve the floodstone at the moment. We can't really do a whole lot at the moment. And we still need to kill bugs. Yeah, let's move around a little bit. I wouldn't want to get killed. I might just move that marine out of the way completely. I don't want him to get killed. And he's a little bit low on health. So we can do it like this. Yep, the raptor is moving. Quest updated. We need to research computing. We have quite a few quests. Build a spy agency. Investigate alien structure. Okay, so let's continue then. What else can we do here? Not a whole lot, I guess. Alright. So, kill that raptor bug. How's our health? 46 health. It should be fine, but there's a scarab in the bug. I'm not entirely convinced that it's actually fine. And there's another bug over here. This is getting a little bit dangerous. This guy needs to recover some health. Let's just move him into the city. Oh yeah, there's miasma right here. Let's not stand on that. Move into the city. And we'll keep it like that. Alright, 2 more turns to finish that explorer. And we got a quest decision. Plus 15 city hit points from clinics or plus 1 health. I'll go for the health. Done. We should destroy that alien nest. It will piss them off even more, but I don't want that thing 2 tiles away from my city. Well, it's not a city yet, but it will be. Right, the Marines really need to heal up. And we can start an improvement now. Like so. That's going to be a farm. The Explorer is almost done, so we can actually move our city now. How many turns will that take? 5 turns. That's not too bad. And we want to move... Oh yeah, we can't move in this direction. Oh yeah, because that's an ocean and we don't have the technology for that yet. Right. What was the tech that we needed? Planetary survey. That's the one we need. We probably want to research that next. So I'll just queue it up right away. We'll do that after chemistry. Do we still want to move though? I think so. We can claim the xenomass. I'll have to move into the algae. But then we can just move again. Alright, let's move in this direction. We could also move northeast towards these things, but these are a little bit too far away. I want to get the titanium basically, because that's a really nice production boost. Yeah, okay, let's move towards the titanium. Stick with the original plan, so we are going to move in this direction. And now it will take our city 5 turns to move. As for the Explorer... Right, so we can't excavate the Kraken nest. Because of these things. Unless they moved. Maybe we can actually. No, we can't. The alien Hydra coral is still there, so... We'll just keep exploring. I mean, that's what he's for, right? Explorer. That's literally in his name. Off you go then. I'm sure we'll find more. Oh, nice, resource pod. Definitely useful. What about these aliens then? I still want to kill them. There's a scarab right here. We need to destroy that stupid alien nest. Otherwise they will just keep spawning. And all this miasma is slightly annoying. Okay. Let's move towards the bug. We'll pick up the resource pod. Not much we can do with the workers at the moment. But should probably move him southeast, I suppose. We got a promotion. Unfortunately, the promotions are still the same. Just permanent plus 10% strength and ranged strength in combat. So, disciplined. Kill that bug. Down he goes. There's one more scarab, unfortunately. We will stay where we are. And fortify. Yes, I know we are standing on miasma. We got 23 research. Nice. And we got an artifact. From the battered set. Okay then. So we need 3 artifacts to unlock some kind of special ability. Like the last one we got was that city can attack over obstacles, because in Rising Tide, cities can't do that by default. You need to research it through artifacts. So we'll wait for 2 more. We got chemistry. And we did take some damage. Alright, kill that bug. And then we'll get rid of the camp. Alien nest, whatever. I was thinking barbarian camp. Civ 5 is leaking. That's quite a lot of resources. I like all the petroleum. We'll probably want an aquatic city somewhere around here. There are so many resources here. We definitely want a city somewhere in that area. Okay then. Hold on, can we improve this yet? No, I don't think we got the tech. Another farm. We can't clear the miasma yet, we need a tech for that, which we probably want to get in some reasonable future. As for culture, or virtues, we only need 1 more tier 1 virtue to get our synergy bonus. So, Plus 15% build speed for tile improvements. I might go for this because a lot of tile improvements take forever to build. So this is actually quite nice. And then we could go for minus 25% culture needed for border expansion. Or for this bonus. Explorer units can build additional expeditions. We could also go for free science for finishing expeditions. I was considering that earlier. We could technically pick up both, but I don't really want to. If I pick one, I'll grab Pathfinders. Let's go for science from expeditions. I assume we'll still get some expeditions. So we can pick this up, and then we can grab additional expeditions. So that's a nice synergy between these two. Hopefully it will be worth it. So, production. I think we should start another city by now. But first, it might be nice to build a recycler. And or a shade depot. We kind of need both. But the recycler is extra production. Speaking of production, 11 production is the max we can get. It will speed up the recycler by 1 turn compared to food focus. We really need that titanium. So, destroy the alien nest. That will piss them off, but whatever. I don't want an alien nest right next to our city. And we got an artifact. Nice, so we need one more. And 25 energy. Which means we could maybe consider buying a tile or two. I like that copper or something. We could also get the chitin. That's decent for food. Okay. Alien nest discovered. Not much we can do about that one. Let's move west. See what's going on there. You need to stay here and heal. And... right, go work on the farms, I suppose. Actually, yeah, we can construct a paddock. We should definitely do that. For the +1 science. 6 turns for the recycler. Station discovered. Okay, then. More improvements. Yeah, the aliens don't like us too much. Which is why they turned orange. Let's avoid them. For now. That miasma is getting on my nerves. We need to get the tech that allows us to remove it. Let's not stand on it for now. Oh, titanium, nice. Okay, then. We need the city to grow faster. Unmet player. Oh, okay. Let's go meet that player then. Would be nice to get some agreements. So, fortify until healed. And the city is an actual city now. Nice. Let's start from Old Earth Relic. And then we'll see. Right. Attack the Sea Dragon? Might as well. I don't think we'll be able to kill it unless it just stays there. Nope, it will move away. As expected. Let's go meet that player already. There we go.
We've all come a long way. I welcome you on behalf
North
of the
Sea
North
Alliance.
Sea Alliance.
So now we can go into diplomacy. And we can do some useful things. So we can browse all potential agreements. This is how you do diplomacy now. You just browse all potential agreements. And you can do them from here. So... do we want to pick up a trade? Right now, we do have 221 diplomatic capital. Well, first of all, let's actually use our agents. We can send our agent to his city, which is Deep Castle in this case. Remember that we have our basic trade that will give us science for each successful operation. I could just improve this, which isn't a terrible idea. Because the usefulness of a lot of these trades here depends on your strategy. It might be best to just improve our basic perk for now. That will give us more science. I'm thinking that's going to be the best move right now. Okay, let's improve that then. Done. And then we could go for level 3, which gives us 1 additional agent. And each successful operation will give us 30 science. So that's actually a huge improvement compared to tier 2. It might be best to just rush tier 3.
We've all come a long way.
Okay. So, anything else we want to do? Not necessarily. We don't actually have enough diplomatic capital, so nope. Okay. You guys will stay here. And let's go explore. We need to find something to excavate. You know, to take advantage of our virtue. Hopefully we'll find something somewhere around here. So we can buy some tiles. 50 energy to buy this one. Let's do it. And then we could just buy the titanium. That will give us a nice production boost once we actually improve it. Not sure if it's going to be 100% safe with that alien sea dragon. That's quite pissed off. But it will be a nice production boost for sure. Is there miasma there? No. That worker is almost dead. Let's not stand on miasma. That's a bad health choice. More aliens over here. And they don't like us. Which isn't unexpected. So, let's keep moving the city towards the titanium. We can also get some petroleum. And there are some eggs to the east. Let's move it one more time. In this direction. Yes, I'm sure. I'm curious to see if that tile with algae will still be improved or not. I assume no, but I don't know. We'll find out. Kill that stupid thing. Come on, give us something to excavate. It will stay there. Keep improving that. We got some coral and shell, but that's too far away from our city. Once we finish moving our city, it's probably a good idea to get another colonist. That's a lot of miasma. Just fortify. 4 more turns to finish that move. And we are about to get planetary survey. So that allows our city to move into ocean tiles. If we want to do that. Which we might or might not. As for our next research, let's see. It would be nice to remove some of that miasma. It would also be nice to unlock Pharma Lab and Cyto Nursery, because we will need some help once we start the 3rd city. Let's go for that. These are pretty important buildings early on.
If the personality traits you
do we have enough diplomatic capital now? No, we don't. Why you lie to me, game? We need 165 for the next level. So 2 more turns. The improvement is done. Next. I'm not quite sure which affinity I want to go for. There is quite a lot of Firaxite over here, but we do also have Xenomass. And over here. And there's a lot more Firaxite to the north. Supremacy might be the best. But we also have Floatstone. We could go for pretty much anything we want. I'm leaning towards Supremacy right now. Nothing to excavate still. Come on, game. Give us something to excavate. And the city moved. Good. It's not improved anymore. Alright, so we have to improve it again. No problem. Now, do we have enough energy to buy the titanium? We do. But let's improve the algae first. So there's no huge rush. As for production, yeah, trade post. We need to get some trade routes up with added blue. That would be nice. Keep exploring. The titanium is improved, good. So we want to work that at all times. Which means we should keep the city on production or do it manually. There's not a whole lot to do manually right now, to be honest. Once it gets more population, then we could go for manual. But this is fine. Alright, let's go improve the petroleum then. This is going to be a pretty nice city in the long run. Work barge, 6 turns. 2 turns to finish Old Earth Relic. And we got a decision. Plus 10% worker speed, plus 1 food from recyclers. Let's go for the food. Done. Oh yeah, also. Agent? Yeah, we didn't choose operation. Establish network first. That was a bit of a mistake. To use it to Civ 5. Where you don't have to do that. Titanium, shell. Come on. We want something to excavate. Not titanium. Well, not a lot to see there, unfortunately. Oh, the aliens are not hostile anymore. Good. That worker really needs to heal up. Otherwise, he will die sooner or later. Let's just heal him back to full. I wouldn't want to lose him after moving into miasma. That would be a little bit silly. So, recycler for production. We will obviously need production. Oh yeah, there is something to excavate here. Nice. Let's go grab that then. That's going to be plus 30 science. Because we got field research. And I think we'll keep working on prosperity. Go for the 15% less negative health. That would be our long-run goal. I am tempted to go for minus 25% culture needed for border expansion. Then we could pick up plus 1 population for newly founded cities, and then plus 7 health. We could go for plus 7 health faster, but we'll want the synergy bonus anyway. So I think we'll go like this. Oh yeah, no, we can't because we would need helping hands first. Never mind. I mean, I could go for helping hands, but then that's too many virtues. We'll just skip these two. We'll go for gift economy, then mind over matter, and then continue into third tier. Next. Would be nice to make contact with more leaders. Oh, there are 2 sites right next to each other. How convenient is that? Very convenient. And we got a trade route slot. So now we need a trade vessel. And I think I'm going to make a cut here. Continue in the next part. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.